Well, welcome everyone. Today we're going to be doing a comparison of 20 years of ATTE walkers. That's right, the first one on the right side of this table came out in 2002, and then of course the newest version coming out in 2022. That is crazy to think about. So we're going to be doing a comparison of 4 ATTE walkers. There's been more than that, both mini scales and also alternative versions, but we're just going to focus on these regular walkers. We're going to take a look at the inside, we're going to take a look at the minifigures, what functions these walkers had, and see what the differences have been over the past 20 years. Each walker has its own unique characteristics and traits, as well as special minifigures for every single one. Really, no walker is the same. Obviously, you might be able to tell a scale difference, but before we dive into that, let's go ahead and take a look at the minifigures included in these 4 different ATTE walkers. So first up is the newest iteration of the ATTE, coming with 8 minifigures, which is the most out of all 4 of the sets that we're looking here today. You're getting a clone gunner, 3 212th Attack Battalion clone troopers, a Phase 2 Commander Cody, along with 3 regular battle droids. The 2013 ATTE came with 5 minifigures, a clone trooper commander in a yellow color, Mace Windu, Coleman Trebor, and then we also have, for the first time, a Geonosian battle droid in dark orange, both a commander and regular version. The 2008 Walker came with 6 minifigures if you're including Rod of the Hutt. Right here I'm showing 5 figures: Captain Rex, a regular clone trooper, Ahsoka, Anakin Skywalker, and of course a battle droid. And the OG 2002 Walker came with just 4 regular clone troopers with the OG blasters as well. I do also want to note that some of these ATTEs came with other droids or accessories. For example, the 2022 version came with a spider droid, the 2008 version had a blue stap, and then of course the 2002 version had a speeder bike. Now I also want to let you guys know that this week on Whatnot, I'm going to be selling this really good condition MTT walker that is basically complete. This is one you're not going to want to miss. I'm also going to be selling the ATTE walker from this video. I actually have 4 of this set, so selling one is not a big deal for me, only because I'm going to be buying the newest version. And then I'm also going to be selling this Silver Stormtrooper, the Toys R Us exclusive figure, and more. And if you use my link down below to sign up via Whatnot, you'll get a $10 credit towards your first purchase, so that way you can put it towards any of these items or more on my Whatnot stream. And don't forget to follow me on Whatnot, guys, so you see all my future live streams where I'm selling items. Getting back to the ATTEs, as you guys can see, the 2022 version is actually the smallest out of all 4 of the walkers here, with the 2008 being the largest. Now, none of these walkers are in minifigure scale, so keep that in mind. It's not really that big of a deal that the newest version is a little bit smaller. From the profile view, again, I think the newest iteration, the 2022 version, it looks the best. I think it looks the most accurate. The 2008 version, while again being the biggest, looks a little wonky and almost a little distracting with how wide it can be. One thing I also noticed is that it's unfortunate that the newest version of the walker doesn't have any printed dishes. For example, the 2013 version has a printed middle dish for its leg. The 2008 version has not only a printed dish for the middle leg, but for its other front legs and back legs, and the same case with the 2002 version. Thankfully, the newest version of the walker definitely looks the best from the backside, unlike the other previous generations. Now taking a look at the backside of the interior of the walker, first up is the 2022 version. Then we have the 2013 version, which is severely lacking in interior. This is the 2008 version, which does have some seats that are actually removable. And then lastly, we have the 2002 version, which doesn't really have much of a back interior. It's also very intriguing to see how LEGO has tried to create functions with the back of the walkers. So for example, one walker has a speeder bike, the 2002 version. One of the walkers, the 2013 version, has a folding ladder, while the newest version, the 2022 version, has just an extremely detailed interior without too many functions. Flipping the walker around to its front side will show that the 2022 version has 2 more seats that are removable. The 2013 version has just some flick fire missiles that are removable, and the 2008 version has a removable accessory box along with 2 more seats. And then the 2002 version does have 4 seats to house all the clone troopers that are included in the set. Here's what those accessories look like when you remove them from their respective ATTE walkers. It's actually, again, very interesting to see how LEGO's adapted this over the years. Next is the cockpit of the ATTE walker. All 4 walkers, you can remove the seat. However, it's definitely, again, changed over the years with how LEGO has done this. The earlier versions had the door just physically opening and you would pull the seat out, whereas the later versions, you would pull the entire front cockpit out, including the window. So again, very funny to see how this has changed over the years. Most of these walkers have carrying handles where you can pick them up fairly easily. It started with the 2008 version and proceeded to the 2013 and 2022 version. You will find that it is absent from the 2002 version. Honestly, that set itself is just not very well made. It's very breakable. I've broken it far too many times. It's really interesting to see how the feet of the ATTE walker have changed over the years. The 2002 had no dishes on the bottom, whereas the 2008 and 2013 walkers had dish pieces utilizing a more dome-like shape for the ATTE walker's feet. Now, with the newest version of the walker, LEGO decided to skip the dishes and instead use tiles and circular plates to achieve a new design for the ATTE. Going back to the minifigures, it's really crazy to see how far not just the sets have come, but how the minifigures have come as well. LEGO's gotten so much better at making more accurate, more detailed LEGO minifigures over the past 20 years, and it really shows between the 4 iterations that I have here on the table. Part of the reason the newest ATTE walker has been so popular is because of its minifigure selection, coming of course with that Phase 2 Commander Cody. So it's the first ATTE walker to ever have Phase 2 clone troopers, which is very exciting, and I know a lot of fans are excited to get their hands on them. So what did you guys think? All 4 regular ATTEs compared, and I say regular ATTEs because there is a 5th walker that is missing and absent here, and that is Captain Rex's ATTE that is based off Star Wars Rebels. It's so different that I didn't feel it really made sense to compare it. I do have a soft spot for the 2008 ATTE because this is the very first video I ever made on my YouTube channel, which was a review of this set. You can go back and see my terrible 11-year-old voice mispronouncing the word Ahsoka with Astrika. Maybe I'll make a video one day of me kind of just rewatching that video, having a little reaction just to see how far I've come in 14 years since I reviewed this LEGO set. So the ATTE walker here on Solid Brix Studios on my channel has a lot of nostalgia, a lot of history. It's funny that the 2008 version out of all of these walkers is the largest, but it also, I don't know, it feels almost too large. I like the smaller scale of the newest version. I'd rather take more details, more abilities of putting more figures, having more accessories. And it also works better for mocks, actually, to have a smaller walker, so that way you can build a bigger landscape and make it feel like a bigger battle with the smaller walker, if that makes any sense. So in terms of mock making, I do think the newest iteration of the ATTE is the best version on this table as well. So I think we all knew that the 2022 version is the best, but this kind of just solidifies that. I do think especially these 2 walkers have its place in the LEGO Star Wars history books. I mean, this came out when Star Wars Clone Wars was just arriving, both the movie and show. This walker just gives me nostalgia vibes of probably one of the greatest LEGO Star Wars waves we ever got, which was the 2013/2014 wave of LEGO Star Wars sets. Those 2 years are some of the greatest, seriously, and so this kind of sits in there along with those greats. If I had to rank the walkers, I'd probably put the newest iteration as my #1 favorite, the 2008 as my second, the 2013 as my third, and the 2002 as my fourth. And if Captain Rex's ATTE was in here as well, I'd still put this as 5th, and probably Rex's walker would be 4th. So hopefully that gives you guys an idea of where I personally rank these sets. I do think the 2008 one is still really cool. It had some great functions. The ability to take out the seats was really cool. It's obviously bigger. It has a more meaningful stance, but I still like the smaller scale of the newest one. I love all of the details. I mean, you can really see over the years how they've improved the design, and now that we've arrived to this, it's really nice, actually. I'm excited. I'm really excited to get more of this set. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys have a great and wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.